So, this is going to be the start of a new take on my reviews. And it's going to be the format of I'm going to watch, an episode of a show, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on that episode. And it's going to continue until the end of the show. And I plan on doing, right now, 2 series of these. One is for an anime called The Promised Neverland. And the other one is going to be for the first season of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And, yeah. I might do it with other things if the mood strikes me. I might do it with the Umbrella Chronicles, the Umbrella Academy, goddamn Umbrella Corps, and fucking... I fucking hate that. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be... This video is going to be about the first episode of The Promised Neverland, which is a fucked up show. Just from the first fucking episode. It kind of got spoiled for me what the premise of the show was. But, even knowing, going into the first episode what was probably going to happen, didn't change the fact that it was still really good. So, for those of you who don't know, what the general plot of The Promised Neverland is. It's basically kids at an orphanage get raised, and then they get adopted in quotes, and then, they never really talk to the people ever at the orphanage ever again. And the first episode seriously is fucked up because it's there's 3 main characters basically. There's Emma, Norman, and fucking Ray. Took me a second to remember. And they're the 3 main kids. And all the other kids have names, and they're actually characterized, and but they focus on one kid specifically in the first episode, and it's Connie. Connie's a little girl, and she's got you kind of expect her to be a mainstay of the show, and then she doesn't. And it's super is fucked up that they kill this kid off first. And yeah, that's the whole, the kids don't get adopted, they get killed and then sold as meat to these monster beings. They kind of hammer pretty hard. They hammer home that the kids aren't supposed to go near the gates and the fences in the woods. They're basically supposed to stay on the land of the orphanage. And yeah. And then it's revealed why. And it's these fucking monsters, basically. And, they're these horrific monsters, but they're basically just, from my interpretation, the kids basically see them as these monsters because of the context of what they're talking about. And what they saw. It's that's why they see the mother figure after what they saw with Connie. they still see the mother figure as a mother. They don't see her as a monster. And again, this is the first episode. This is. I haven't watched a second episode yet. I have it on my computer. Haven't watched it yet. But that is kind of my interpretation of why they see these beings as monsters, but they see the mother figure as still a mother. And it's fucking... I like the monster designs. They're really cool. They're kind of death figure-ish-y. I never watched the show, but that one show, I forgot, it was like The Sorcerer's Bride or some shit like that. It was like, I never watched it, but the aesthetic of like the mage dude was cool. Like he's got like an animal skull and like a cloak, and that's kind of what the main dude who at the end of the video, at the end of the episode, fucking looks like. Because all the other ones are like, they just got like this bone face, and then like they're big and, you know, muscular kind of looking. But like the head dude, like he's got like that cool like animal skull kind of feature to it, and he, you know, so I expect some really fucked up things from this. The one thing, okay, so Attack on Titan apparently makes sense, but the creator of Attack on Titan is a Nazi sympathizer kind of guy. And, you know, I watched the first episode kind of knowing that. Although he doesn't have anything to do with this fucking series. But that whole thought of, like, you know, Nazi, you know, kind of stuff like that. The kids have tattoos. And honestly, that was kind of, you know, tattoos in captivity, humans being treated like cattle, you know, that's immediately, you know, obviously, you know where my brain immediately went with all this shit interacting. And I don't know if that's intentional, but that is just, that is what my brain put on top of that. Again, you know, the whole kids seeing the fucking other adults as monsters because they're cannibals or whatever. And I like the animation's really good. I like the art. I really do. The story so far is good. Like, it's basically like the three oldest and three smartest kids, basically. Like, it centers around them, and they make it like it's kind of, some of the stuff's ham-handed and ham-fisted and shit like that, of like, you know, strategy and, you know, you're too kind and you're the, you know, Norman, who's basically like a sociopath, and because again, you know, he's like, you're too nice, and, you know, to Emma, it's like, you're too nice. And, you know, you gotta think about strategy. And then Ray's kind of the same. Kind of, he's less of a sociopath. But again, that's just like what I'm projecting onto Norman. That's what I'm kind of projecting onto Norman, is like, that's kind of what I'm getting. Of like, maybe that's just like a shell. Like, he's unemotional because of things, but, so they hammer home, like, you know, strategy's important. You can't just be athletic. You have to think, and, you know. The flags, like the death flag for Connie, is also kind of blunt, because it's like, because they make a remark of like, nobody ever really talks. Nobody sends us letters when they get adopted, you know, and all this other shit. And Connie's like, I don't care, you know, no matter where I am, or, you know, who I get adopted by, I'm going to send you shit tons of letters and I'm never going to forget you. And that, obviously, that's kind of foreshadowing she's gonna die. You know, obviously. And they don't show her dying, thankfully. It's, you know, it's not like some brutal, like, neck-snapping death. It's left off camera, which I'm happy for, you know. It's basically the opposite of fucking Goblin Slayer. Never watched Goblin Slayer. All I know is it starts off with a fucking gruesome, like, graphic rape scene. Not gonna watch it. Fuck you. Don't care if the fucking story's good. Don't care if the fucking animation's good. Fuck you. You started your show off with a brutal fucking rape to justify killing goblins. Fuck you. Whereas like this, like she's just dead. Doesn't really show how she died. She's just dead. And two of the kids find out. It's Emma and Norman find out because Connie always has this bunny with her. You know, like the bunny is her signature toy. You know, it's like her signature personality kind of thing. Of like, she's cutesy and she's young and she's got a stuffed animal. You know, and so like everybody's like, oh shit, she doesn't have it. You know, so the two kids go and bring, you know, it. You know, try to bring it back. Go to the front gate. You know, they're told you're not supposed to go to the front gate. It's too dangerous. Shit's out there, whatever. So they don't see Connie. They don't see the mother figure who they call Mama, but she's just like she's basically like a nurse maid kind of character. She's dressed like a maid at the very least. But like that's why I call her the mother figure. She's not their mother, she's just a mother figure. And, you know, don't see her, don't see Connie. And they're like, oh, you know, whatever, you know, well, there's just this truck. And it's like, oh, this is where, you know, is this the truck that'll take Connie to her new family? And the kids are kind of sheltered from the outside of like, you know, is this what, like, I've never seen a truck before. Is this what a truck is? You know, that kind of stuff. And Norman's up front, looking in the front, looking for shit. And then Emma looks in the back, because it's literally like it's like a military truck. It's, you know, it's not like a fully. It's not like a modern box truck. It's basically like a military truck with like, you know, the canvas canopy stuff over it. And so Emma's looking in it and is like, oh, you know, I'll leave the bunny in the bag so, you know, Connie might find it later or whatever. So leaves the bunny in the fucking. In the back, or I should say, opens the back to put the thing back in the bunny in the back, and then cuts to her wide-eyed and horrified looking. Norman's coming back from the front of the truck, turns, sees Emma freaking out, is like, what the fuck is this? Like, why is Emma looking like this? Walks over, opens it up for himself, sees her dead, you know, sees Connie dead, causes some of a commotion, makes some noise. These monster fucks come out of nowhere. They hide under the truck. They're, you know, they see what the monsters look like. They're freaking out. They're stopping themselves from screaming. Then, you know, like the big bad dude at the end of the fucking episode, you know, like the leader of the dude or whatever, the dudes, you know, the monsters, is like, I smell something. And you're like, oh shit, you know, those kids were found, they're gonna, you know, get captured, whatever happens. Dude looks underneath, is like, okay, there's nothing there. Then they're, like, it cuts to them sprinting the fuck away, you know. Like, they obviously left at some point. Well, the camera wasn't on them. They fucking just booked it. And the episode basically ends with the mother figure, like I think the truck pulls away or whatever. They put Connie in this, like, they basically put her in, like, this specimen chamber kind of thing. You know, with flowers. The flowers are significant because they're a part of, like, they're part of the opening, so they got to be meaningful. You know, and I think that it's also part of the ending as well. You know, the flowers, that whole imagery of the flowers with, you know, death and stuff like that. So the kids are back in the house. You know, it's like they run, they get in. Ray's like, "Did you get it to him? Did you get it to her?" They're like, "No, you know, we missed him. Whatever." Emma and Norma go into like the common room. Emma's having a fucking, you know, obviously a goddamn breakdown. Norman's kind of keeping it together. And, you know, Norman's like, you know, all three of us should get, you know, me, you, and Norman should all, or me, you, and Ray should get the fuck out of here. And Emma's like, no, you know, we have to get everybody out of here. He's like, oh, you know, fine, you know, we'll be able to do it. You know, strategy is important. And Ray basically overhears that, or that's what it's assumed, because, like, it cuts to Ray outside the room with his ear, you know, on the wall, kind of like he's eavesdropping. And then cuts back to the main gate. The mother figure sees the bunny, because, like, she's the one, I presume, who left the bunny in the house. So to see it by the truck, she's like, oh shit. Like, she's got an oh shit, someone was here, someone knows what the, you know, one of the kids was fucking here, knows what fucking happened to Connie. You know, the facade's gonna crumble soon, you know, because they're obviously gonna tell the other kids and shit like that. You know, that's how the episode ends. Is like the final image. And it's like, so it's like, is she one of those monsters? And this is where the whole this is kind of where the whole interpretation I have of, like, the kids still see her as this, you know, they still see her as a human, but the other people they see her as a fucking, they see, like, the kids see these, you know, these men as monsters because they make, you know, they talk about eating a cat and all this other shit. So it's like, that's how their brains are interpreting what they are, you know, that kind of stuff. But literally, you know, sometimes a monster's just a monster. It's not a metaphor for anything. But yeah, so I can't wait to watch the second episode. I actually can't wait to watch the rest of this show, because it's pretty good. So, like, the first episode's pretty fucking good. It's got me hooked. Hopefully there's no gruesome, like, murders on camera, because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see children getting brutally fucking, you know, like, I was fine with it in Another, you know, the anime Another, because it was, like, kind of outlandish and stupid, and, like, they weren't, like, 5-year-olds getting fucking murdered. It was, like, they were teenagers, they were high school students getting fucking murdered, or middle school, you know, like, they were older getting murdered. Like, I don't want to see, I didn't want to see fucking Connie get, you know, fucking, like, a 3-year-old getting, you know, they're fucking, I don't want to see them getting strangled to death. And, like, there's a lot of younger kids in the shows. It's like, so hopefully they just die off camera, you know, and we just see their dead body. We don't see how they fucking get murdered, or, you know, we don't even see their dead body. You know, it's just like, they're missing. And I just knocked over fucking, fucker. I'm leaving this in, fuck you. And of course it's on the fucking library books, which is great. Gonna have to fucking, already have goddamn people already make fun of me because I fucking accidentally got maple syrup on a fucking book. So that's gonna fucking, and yes, I'm not joking, that's actually something that the local library, the people at the local library fucking see me as that, because it's like, I accidentally, like, put a pancake, plate with pancakes on top of the books, and then, like, the pancakes somehow, like, the syrup somehow got onto the books and shit like that. Anyway. So, yeah, just watch the fucking show. It's really good. Ta-ta, everybody. Have a wonderful fucking day.